Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you.
Efcc denies allegations by U.S. Senator of misappropriating recovered funds. The Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, has raised the alarm over the recent allegations against the acting chairman of the EFCC, Ibrahim Mago, by the United States U.S. Senator, Chairman Committee on Finance, Charles E. Grassley, on routed funds. The commissioner reiterated that it is not at the forefront of the transparency management of recovered funds and will not be dragged into any conspiracy over the allegation that has no fact or any root of proof. The 86 years old U.S. Republican senator had in a letter dated April 1st, 2020, an address to the Chief Money Laundering Asset Recovery Sector of the United States Department of Justice, Deborah Conin, accused Mago of detaining individuals who have spoken against the Buhari's government. But in its response, signed by Tony Orilade, its acting head, media and publicity, the commissioner, which regretted that the allegations cleared has no bearing with the operation of the EFCC, nor addressing the painstaking effects of Mago in tracking the manic of corruption without fear or favor, reminding the committee that the commissioner is involved in the processes of reiterating the loot of 300 million by the former head of state, the late General Sani Abacha, and should be aware of the treaty agreement involving Nigeria and the United States and the island of JC. It added that as an anti-graft agency, the commissioner has credible records of managing recovered funds and assets, and expressed its disappointment that a ranking U.S. senator, in a desperate bid to frustrate the retrieving of the fund, could choose to embarrass the well-worn antics of some unscripted elements in the state who were intending on blackmailing the anti-corruption crusade of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. Even the horse-shaped deterrent of Mr. Mago knows and always acknowledges his fame and boldness handling of the anti-corruption fight, which continue to earn him accolades within and outside Nigeria. The statement notes only recently that the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI) gave an award of excellence to Mr. Mago on his unique role in joint cooperation in the field of operation in fighting corruption in Nigeria. The operation yielded great results internationally in tracking manic of cybercrime. How can he now be involved in crime? I plead to say to the US, I'm not involved in any way, form, or kind. Well, my people, the United States of America has indicted our own very chief of EFCC. EFCC boss has been accused by the US of malpractice, misappropriation of funds, and trying to divert the fund of Abacha loot. Imagine EFCC boss, the person who says is fighting crime. You know the US, they don't fight in anybody's favor on any kind. It's not like Nigeria that after your master has sent you, then he will pat you on the back. No, they will tell you as it is. And the Republican senator has said it is Mr. Mago himself that is trying to divert this fund and trying to manipulate the misappropriation of this fund, And he's trying to reply saying, no, he's not the one. No. He was given an award of excellence, so he not do anything, no, blah, 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 blah. Now the matter where they grant be this. EFCC say, no, you don't misappropriate fund. There are things you are doing that is not right. That's what's happening in Nigeria. We had the senators where those who are supposed to be the one fighting crimes, where those who are supposed to be the one in the forefront saying no to evil, don't forget, we blame them. They are working for their master, their boss. They are working for who has put them in office, not for the good of the common Nigerian man. Buhari's administration says they are fighting against crime. The crime they are fighting against is those that are not in those that are not in their government. Uh-huh. If you are in a APC, you are not a criminal. You have not committed any crime. But if you are in any other party, you have committed crime. You are a criminal. Now, so the matter just be. EFCC boss say he not do anything, he not do, not be US give him award recently, blah, 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 blah. That's the matter on ground. But the US senator is saying, no, you are a thief. This is what you are trying to do, inferring that from your behavior, you are trying to divert the fund and they are watching you. They are looking at you closely. They are seeing the step you are taking. You are being watched. You are being looked at. And they found traces of corruption in you. Imagine the person that said he's working on EFCC, he's working to catch criminal. Is not the very person, the very one that EFCC, that US now is indicting to say that you are committing a crime. You are not doing the right thing. This is what you are doing, and these are some of the things you have come up with. Nigerians, now the matter where they ground be that. Now the matter where they ground be that. They say our EFCC chairman, they misappropriate fund. He wants to divert the loot of Abasha. US now found them out. When they are doing their own investigation, they do a thorough job. They will search. They will really go into details and look at what is really going on in Nigeria. Now the matter where they grab be that. The man say not touch money. Anyway, the matter where they grab be say don't tell you now say you thief money. So if EFCC has been indicted, who have they been fighting? What's their goal? What have they been fighting about? What have they been shouting about that they are working on in a transparent government? My people, no be me talk am, you don't hear am. US say this guy is corrupt. Your EFCC boss, they said, is corrupt. US is the one sending this message to Nigerians that the guy has not done well. In fact, there's allegations, there is proof to show that he's working hard. He said no, he's not part of that committee. He has nothing to do with the recover fund. He has not. He has nothing to do with that fund. He has nothing regarding that matter. He doesn't work in. He doesn't handle that department. He has nothing to do with it. But guess what? He's been indicted. Oh. They say the guy they tried to misappropriate fund. Don't forget that when the US wanted to release the money, even the UK now has joined the US to say no, they are not releasing this money to Nigerians. They are not releasing it anymore because they found traces of corruption that they want to give $100 million US to one governor who sponsored Buhari during his reign. They want to give $100 billion to one governor. So Buhari, and the US found it out. Before US will carry the money that they recovered, want to give to Nigeria to better their people. And they said, let us even investigate what is really going on. What is really the people that you are seeing that EFCC is finding out is not is the people that are enemies. Apart from that, there are people within the EFCC that have not been found out. There are other people in EFCC that nobody knows about, even in a government that EFCC is aware, but they cannot handle those people because those are the people that put them in office. Those are the powers that be. They go to fight and go to fight. They go to look for people that. They have nothing with people that are gullible, people that they can easily use as a cheap prey to come out to say that they are working. Apparently, truly and really, it doesn't show much because US they go find out the matter. They go find them out to the end. They go make sure they see to the end of the matter. Now wait till they grab it that to US say, well, your chairman of whatever, the guy in no claim is trying to divert the fund, and guess what? He don't make mistake because US will not release that money unless they are very sure that everything is in order, unless they are absolutely clear that Nigerians are going to do well with that money and they're going to help their people. They're going to make sure that Nigerians are well looked after, and what they said they want to use the money for is what they want to use the money for. Remember that Boss Mustafa came there. What's his name? What's his name? This guy came the other time saying, "Oh, they will use the money to do roads. They will use the money to do this, do that." Now lie, yo. US don't do their own investigation, don't find out say Nigeria, they won't share the money among themselves. So, what do you think? The US have indicted on our very own EFCC boss. Leave me a comment, like and share. Don't forget to subscribe. God bless you. Have a good day. Bye.